know it's been a while, but I've had some medical issues, breathing problems. Those are pretty much resolved now. And also started working, so that definitely cuts into my hiking time. But today I am gonna give this a shot. It's been a while, 3 months since I last went hiking. So we'll see how it goes. This is the Valley of the Giants trail at Big Sioux Recreation Area. Let's see what we can see. It's supposedly spring, but there's nothing springing yet. The water's not even pretty. Oh well. So this trail is called the Valley of the Giants because it supposedly has these giant trees, which this is a pretty big tree. I guess for South Dakota standards, it's a pretty big tree. Let's see what else we can find that's fairly big. You can see that there. That is not a road. That is the bike trail, which I'll walk that too. Probably not today, but I'll walk that too here eventually. This part of the trail is so close to the river. I'd be willing to bet that this was all covered during the floods. Matter of fact, you can kind of see the evidence of trees pulled up and just all that's just debris from flooding. Hard to tell on camera, I guess, but yeah. Well, it looks like they tried to cut this blowdown to open the trail back up, but for some reason they just gave up. I don't know. Well, it's an easy go around. Super easy as far as blowdowns go, but this again is super close to the river, so I'm sure this had something to do with the floods from last year. I'm glad I'm here now and not later in the season, because the mosquitoes must be horrendous down here. There you can see more. That's all from left over from the floods. Just piles and piles of debris everywhere still, a year later. There's a real big tree up here that looks like it got taken in part of the floods. We'll take a look at that here in just a second. It's hard to tell whether I'm really on the trail or not. Seems like I am, but wow, this is incredibly damaged from floods. Very muddy. There's that big tree I was talking about that just, it's really big. The camera just doesn't do it justice how big it is, and the destruction around here is incredible. I found a little bit of spring. This tree is just starting to come to life. Yay! So I finally found what I think is a trail. However, it's gonna have to end here. There's no way around this part. I tried to make a little bridge over here, but it's just not gonna happen. Just the mud is just incredibly thick. Mud on my shoes and my heel is sinking in. Ah! Ugh. Fabulous. Just fabulous. Oh well. So, I'm gonna go this way instead. There's a trail that leads up to there. And we'll see where that brings us. I'm not even sure what trail it is, but we're about to find out. Goodness, that doesn't look dangerous at all. So this used to be trail. Let's see, here's the trail, and then yeah, not so much anymore. I don't know how well you can see it, but yeah, it's all just gone into the river. So I think I found what was the backside of that Valley of the Giants trail. That flooding just cut off a big section. So I just won't be able to do that section today. If ever. I don't know if they'll ever redo it. It's just so ridiculously damaged. You can see there where that little inlet is. The trail's supposed to be right there, and then it's supposed to come back around to this spot, but oh well. You'll have to excuse me because I'm going uphill. I might be a little bit out of breath. Part of the reason I wanted to do this trail was because it's a loop, but it also has two arms, and you can include both arms if you go on the bike trail for a little while, which was my plan. But it looks like I can't do the arms without going way out of the way on the bike trail. So I'm just going to do the loop today. I think that's what I've accomplished, is the loop. And we'll see about maybe hooking up at least one of those arms when I walk the bike trail. Well, the Valley of the Giants trail was kind of a bust. So I am currently on my way to a different part of the park called the Prairie Vista Trail. Seems like every state park in South Dakota has a trail called Valley Vista Trail or Prairie Vista Trail. So we're gonna try that one. I did get the main loop of the Valley of the Giants Trail completed. I just didn't get a chance to do the arms. I'll try to hook those up when I get on the bike trail. There's surprisingly a lot of people here for, you know, we're all supposed to be at home. But the parks are open, so we're going for it. I'm exposed every day, so I'm not scared of it. Well, we're here. Let's see what we can find out. Let's see what we can see. Well, I know they want us to stay on the trail, but there's no flipping way. I've had enough of mud. Why is it always me in mud? So I'm walking on the side of the trail. Ever so sorry. The bane of my existence. Mud and bridges. And this is a suspension bridge, so it's going to be wobbly. I've seen videos of how it's wobbly. So gee, I can't wait. Oh my word. Ooh, squeaky and moving all over the place. I don't like it. But there's a river on that side. Oh, good Lord. And there's the river on that side. And now we're back to Squeaky Town. Oh, this is terrible. Look at it. Wobbling. Oh, that was pretty terrible. Oh well, it's over now. Where'd we go? Just a little hill to go up. Other than that, it's pretty flat around here. There's more of the river. Oh. Oh, I'll get some shots of the view once I get up there, I guess. Hungry beavers. It's just such a pretty day today. Little baby clouds, but blue skies. Just pretty. Just a pretty day. Time for lunch. Found a little bench. That's my lunch. The view is of the city, town. That would be Brandon over there. Still at Big Sioux Recreation Area. Let's see what the bike trail is like. Let's see what we can see. Well, this is interesting. It's open, but wow, I wouldn't want to go through there on a bike. My butt get all muddy. This is having some high water again. I'd say the ducks are loving it, but I hear they're having a little trouble nesting because there's too much water. Just look at the size of that log jam. It's just enormous. Those aren't just twigs, folks. Those are giant, full-size, humongous trees. Power of Mother Nature right there. Oh, look, there's some babies. Some little goslings. Oh, I wish I could see them closer. Little tiny baby geese. So cute. Look at all those tiny little legs. I love creatures. So this is the end slash beginning of the trail. There's a canoe launch site here, but this is the place where I was wanting to start the bike trail and actually the hike from yesterday as well, but I couldn't find the parking lot. Well, I'm in the parking lot and no wonder why I couldn't find it. It is, I guess the entrance is under construction because they're redoing this whole road right here. But oh well, now I know it wasn't just me. There is no entrance at the moment. sure what you are, but you sure are pretty. I see your hole. You're just gonna stand there at your hole? Yeah. Look at that teeny tiny tail of yours. Oh, there we go. And back up there to the car we go. And then the bike trail will be done. So this is the last trail of the park, the archery trail. It's I've been told it's muddy, my favorite. Just kidding, I hate the mud. But one more trail and then on to the next park. So let's see what we can see on this part. So I'm really sorry about the wind. Hopefully you can hear me okay. But this trail is so cool. It's got these stops along the way. We can come out here, or archers can come out here and have some target practice all along the trail. Pretty cool. Oh, and by the way, it's another gorgeous day out here. Second day here at the park, last day here at the park. Just a beautiful, beautiful day. So once again, I'm having to deal with the lovely, well-marked South Dakota trail system. I just walked that entire trail and then discovered that it wasn't the archery trail after all. It was a trail called the horse trail, which I didn't even know existed. It wasn't long, but it was steep, and it wasn't something I would have chosen to walk because I don't know that it's an official hiking trail. So I still have to locate the archery trail and do that still too. So let's see what I can find, see what we can see. So now I'm back here where I started, and even though the trail I was on had a big sign in front of it that said archery trail, apparently the archery trail goes in a completely different direction. And that's what we're doing now. Heading out down the archery trail. I'm pretty sure this is correct this time, because you can see all the archery things off in the distance. Ooh, doggy, it's windy today. Now this is a big tree. It's pretty gigantic. It's not super tall, but it's really gigantically big around. So here we go again with the well-marked trail. This is the little trail I just came off of. I can go this way, or I can go this way. It doesn't say which way is which. I'm going this way and hoping for the best. I guess you can't really see it very good on video, but I have to cross this thing again to get back to the car, and just the wind is making it go crazy. Oh boy. Alright. Maybe you can see it a little bit better now. So I just finished the last of the trails in the Big Sioux recreation area. I think I maybe overdid it a little bit. I haven't hiked in 3 months. I hiked yesterday and I did a lot today, more than I expected. I think I did about 6 miles today. It doesn't look like 6 miles when you kind of look at the trail maps, but I have to do everything twice. I still have to go in and back out again. Not everything in here is a loop, or parts of it are blocked, so you don't have a choice. You have to come back the way you came. I kind of did a extra trail by doing the horse trail, which I wasn't expecting to do, and that archery trail is no joke. You can make it easy if you just stay on the main trail, but I like kind of getting off trail a little bit, so I went up and down some of those little archery ditches that cross that stream there. That made it more fun, but also more difficult. And the last little bit coming down after the archery trail is steep coming down. So my hips and my knees aren't liking me too much right now. However, I will say the last 2 days I haven't had a single problem breathing, and that's part of the reason I haven't hiked in so long, is I was having a lot of trouble breathing, having some asthma attacks, that sort of thing. But no problems at all today with breathing. Just my joints are a little stiff, but it's because I haven't hiked in so long. But very glad to be back in my happy place. Outside in the sunshine. As you can see, it's very windy today, but it's not cold. It's cool. That's why I have a jacket on, but not cold. Not having to put on a hat or mittens or anything like that. So it's just been a really good, nice day. I'm going to pay for it tomorrow, though, I can tell. I'm already hurting a little bit, but it's a good hurt. Well, on to the next park.